Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. My name is Molly Birch, and I'll be taking you through a recap of today's headlines. This stream runs every night starting at 8/7 Central Time from Sunday to Thursday. Feel free to comment and ask any questions you have in the chat as you feel like it, and I'll do my best to answer those questions as we go and after the stream as well. With all of that business out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for tonight. The 906 Adventure Team is expanding, this time into Dickinson County. The 906 Adventure Team works to empower youth to be the best versions of themselves through outdoor adventures with a focus on mountain biking. Since its start in 2015, it has expanded to cities in Lower Michigan and Wisconsin. Now they're looking for people in Dickinson County to step up and be leaders for the 906 Adventure Team.
The main thing for us, the start has to be we need some dedicated area leads. You need a couple people that they want to align that community with our community and the other communities, because at the end of the day, each community needs to be more interested in moving the mission forward.
Paquette says if you'd like to be an area lead for the 906 Adventure Team, reach out through their website. We've created a link on ours at uppermichigansource.com. And right now, Michigan hunters are preparing their blinds, stands, and camps for firearm deer season. Before they hit the woods, hunters will have to observe a 5-day quiet period before the season starts on November 15th. From November 10th until the 14th, it will be unlawful to transport or possess a firearm loaded with buckshot, slug load, ball load, or cut shell in an area frequented by deer. The Michigan DNR says this ensures people don't jump the gun on deer season.
Just allows officers to make sure nobody's not following the laws and waiting till actually the opening day of firearm deer season.
Unloaded firearms can be transported to or from a hunting camp if they are securely encased or carried in the trunk of a vehicle. And 6 people are in jail after the Michigan State Police says it found meth during a traffic stop in Newberry. MSP troopers say they made the stop just after midnight Tuesday morning. After finding meth in the vehicle, the MSP says it did a search warrant at a Newberry home. That's where troopers say they found a large amount of suspected meth. The MSP says 5 people were arrested for felony drug charges and a 6th for violation of a court order. Troopers say all suspects are in the Luce County Jail as they wait for arraignment. And 2 people facing felony charges for breaking into a Negaunee home are heading to circuit court. Joshua Rhodes and Adrian Rhodes appeared in Marquette County District Court today for preliminary exams. TV6's Caden Minus takes us inside the courtroom to hear more about the evidence and the potential motive.
Joshua Rhodes is headed to circuit court after a preliminary exam today. He is charged with 4 felonies, 1 count of assault with intent to murder, 1 count of first-degree home invasion, and 2 counts of felony firearms. Adrian Rhodes is charged with 2 felonies, first-degree home invasion and carrying a concealed weapon. Joshua is accused of breaking into his mother's home and shooting at her. The prosecution called Belinda Rhodes to the stand.
I slowly turned around the corner and I heard a shot and I saw the flare of the gun. That's all I saw. And it was coming from my bay window in my kitchen, the far right.
Belinda says she shot back, retreated to her bedroom, and called 911. After the police arrived, she says someone matching Joshua Rhodes' description was found in her basement.
When the officer said that he had a medical boot on and I asked him if he had broke his heel, the officer said yes. And I said, does he have red hair? And they said yes. I said, that's my son.
Belinda says Joshua wanted firearms that were in her basement that were his late father's.
There was a AR-10 with a scope outside of the safe, and he asked me to give him that gun if I didn't give him anything else.
After the preliminary exam, the court added 2 charges against Joshua: felony assault with a weapon and an additional felony gun charge. Joshua Rhodes' lawyer, Patrick Crowley, says today's ruling will not affect how he defends Joshua.
The burden for a preliminary exam is much lower than it will be at trial, and at this point my client maintains his innocence. He did not commit the crimes that are alleged in the facts that we've heard today.
Crowley says more evidence will be provided at the trial.
My client is looking forward to his day in court.
Adrienne Rhodes ultimately waived her preliminary exam. She also has been bound over to circuit court. Caden Minus, TV6 News, Marquette.
Thank you, Caden. And the Marquette Downtown Development Authority is switching up Ladies' Night Out. This year, Ladies' Day Out will start when businesses open and end at 8 at night. The DDA says it expanded to start earlier in the day so more people can enjoy the event. Attendees will receive a passport to get stamped at participating businesses. Those can then be entered to win gift baskets of donated items. More than 70 downtown businesses will be participating this year, each with their own special.
This is kind of kicks off the holiday shopping season, really. And honestly, if you enjoy the downtown and and you like, fun, interesting things that you can't find anywhere else, this is the best opportunity to both get it for, your holiday shopping, but also if you want to treat yourself.
Ladies' Day Out is on November 16th. And a UP bank is getting ready to spread some holiday cheer this year. Range Bank is teaming up with Toys for Tots to host a toy drive for families in need. To participate, community members can drop off new, unwrapped toys at any Range Bank location. You can donate toys for kids of all ages, from infants to early teens. Range Bank will also make a donation to Toys for Tots for every checking account opened before December 11th. Range Bank says it's trying to relieve some of the burden the holiday season can bring to families in need.
It's a challenging year for a lot of families, and this holiday season can be even more challenging for families, so we want to encourage anybody that can donate to stop in and drop off any unwrapped, unused toys for children this year.
Range Bank's toy drive is on now and will run until December 20th. And the NMU Cosmetology program is adding an incentive to its Toys for Tots fundraiser. When you bring in an unwrapped toy, you can choose to get a complimentary haircut, manicure, pedicure, or facial. Until November 30th, you can drop off toys at the salon from 10 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. An NMU Cosmetology instructor says this is a good way to give back to the community and to treat yourself before the holidays.
We also want to ensure that every child in the community receives a present on Christmas, and I feel like it gives our students also an opportunity to give back to the community that they're living in right now.
You can bring an unwrapped toy to the Suite 1205 of the Northern Center or call them at 906-227-2383 to make your appointment. Sorry. And for our final digital desk story today, first-generation NMU students and staff had the chance to celebrate their accomplishments together. Students and staff who are the first in their family to go to college met for a photo in front of the Wildcat statue to honor their success. First Gen Student Services held a raffle, lunch, and trivia for all members. NMU Junior and Vice President of First Wildcats says her biggest driving factor for success is her family.
When I graduated high school, I saw my parents with the biggest smile on their faces. And second of all, I want to make something of myself. My parents are immigrants and they gave up a lot of things, their family, their futures, a lot of things just for my own future.
Esparza also encourages all first-gen students to remember each obstacle can be beaten. That's all the stories we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night where I'll be here in the same place at the same time. That's 8 to 7 Central Time with a recap of tomorrow's headlines. You can find us streaming on Facebook or YouTube, whichever platform you'd prefer. And if you have a story idea you think we should report on, feel free to contact us at any time. These are a few easy ways to get a hold of both myself and others in the newsroom. And again, you can contact us at any time. We would love to hear from you and what's happening in your community. Thank you all again for joining me live at the TV6 Digital Desk. Have a good rest of your night.